Happy Tuesday morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We are reviewing the vendors that change what they carry on Tuesdays. We're starting in Imperial City Sewers with the Telvar Merchant.
Keep throwing morsel.
Starting off with Vardenfell treasure maps. I would not spend 6,000 Telvar on these. They are entirely too cheap on Guild Traders. But if you're curious, Vardenfell brings us Defiler, War Maiden, and Warrior Poet, as well as potential for paintings and the motif chapters for Boy and Armiger, not leads, but the actual chapters. So they're good maps, but not at 6,000 Telvar. You'll notice today that everything is a little bit out of order. Update 49 rearrange things so that what you already own or cannot buy is at the bottom. Doesn't look like there's a way to toggle that, so bear with us. You might have to search in your own list. Our next item is Lead Chain of the Bone Goliath, which is part of Shapeshifter's Chain Mythic. This one drops out of Vaults of Madness from the final boss. Not super difficult to get. Vaults of Madness is relatively quick and easy, but if you don't do dungeons, it is here for 25,000 Telvar. Necklace and Ring of Powerful Assault, great support set. Definitely one to have in your arsenal. But remember, even though these are expensive at about $250,000 a piece on PCNA, they are bind on pickup when you buy them this way. So keep that in mind. This is not a moneymaker. All right, our other jewelry is Steadfast Hero, Necklace and Ring. Our scripts, we have Bound Affix Script Courage, adds courage, a buff increasing weapon and spell damage. Bound Focus Script Dispel, of course, adds Dispel. And Bound Signature Script Crusader's Defiance, adds removal of debilitating effects. Next we have Fragment of the Ascendant. This is one of 5 pieces of the Roar Verdant Green skill style. This one drops out of Moonhunter Keep off the final boss. Again, this is a dungeon. It's a little bit more difficult. It will drop off of normal, and this one is guaranteed, unlike your leads. So if you can run it, I would. Otherwise, it is here for 25,000 Telvar. And our final lead is Inert Anemone Inlay. This one is part of Thracian Strangler's Mythic and drops off of any Auradon world boss. So again, not super difficult to get. All right, let's head to the Scholarium next. All right, let's see what the Scholarium has.
The key when shot.
We have Bound Affix Script Brittle, adds Brittle, a debuff increasing critical damage taken. Bound Affix Script Heroism, adds Heroism, of course. Bound Focus Script Knockback, adds a knockback. And Bound Signature Script Gladiator's Tenacity, adds damage reduction. All right, let's head over to Infinite Archive. Let's see what Filer Ool has.
Don't complain to me if you want.
Again, we're a little bit out of order. Everything that we can't buy is at the bottom. So we'll just make do. First up, we have the book, A Feast Among the Dead, Chapter 4. Just a basic book. This one drops in Infinite Archive. The eidetic memory, though, is from Necrom in Telvanni Peninsula, near the Elite Provisioner. If you're not sure how that works, we have a link below. Next up, we have Gold Coast treasure maps. Again, I wouldn't buy this for 2,000 archival fortunes. They're pretty darn cheap, just from Guild Traders. But if you're curious, Gold Coast brings us Flanking Strategist, Hyde of Morehouse, and Sithis' Touch, as well as a chance for one of 4 book furnishings. You need to know the eidetic memory for all of those in order to find them in the treasure chests. But if you do, there are 4 books that will drop. Our first plan is Blueprint Leyawind Counter Wide Merchant. This runs 23 to 75k. I guess there's only 2 listings on PCNA. On PCEU, we have more listings ranging about 15 to 30. There is an outlier at like 99, but mostly 15 to 30. Not a horrible price at 2,000 archival fortunes, especially since there's not a ton of listings. If you need it, I think this is a great way to get some of these purple furnishings and fill in your collection. Next, we have Bound Style Page Mother Cyanate Mask. I love this mask. It's great. I always recommend getting the mask even from easy dungeons. This one comes from Ice Reach. The hard mode's a little bit more difficult. For those who don't know, the style page will drop for about 4 days when it's on repeat. From the dungeon, you have a better chance of it dropping if you have the hard mode, but the drop rate is still pretty abysmal. So 15,000 archival fortunes, I think, is a better way to spend your time to get this. However, keep in mind, it is bound. So if you do buy it this way, just get one for yourself. I don't even think it'll let you get a second one, but just in case, you won't be able to sell this. This is just to save yourself the money from buying it on a trader or the time from trying to get it yourself. But it is a very cool looking mask. Next up, we have companion equipment, heavy armor. I typically don't recommend the armor. Just like the mask, this is bound when you buy it this way, and you don't know what the trait's going to be. So you're kind of at the mercy of RNG. And for 5,000 archival fortunes, not knowing what you're going to get, I don't love it. Next, we have another book, Invocation of Hersine. Looks really similar to the first one. This one drops out of Scrivener's Hall, and the eidetic memory is in Bankerai. And again, if you don't have any of the eidetic memory, you can read it from a friend's house. My house is open on both PCNA and EU. I believe I have complete collections of all of the books here. Just go to the greenhouse. Find me in house tours under Spantifical's Spans Guildhall. All right, our leads, we have first Dark Stag Oil. This is part of Huntsman's War Mask. This one drops off of the Western Skyrim world boss, Hodrick's Hunting Grounds. Now, this isn't the most difficult world boss, especially for a DLC world boss. I don't think this one's particularly hard. I'm working on my second copy. Yes, I know you don't have to. I'm a bit of a completionist. I do find that the second copy drops much more slowly. So if you wanted to buy it here, it'd be a way to speed that up. But the boss itself is not super difficult. Our next lead is Entangled Brass Legs. This is one of 10 pieces of the Apocrypha Jewelry Crafting Station. This lead drops an infinite archive. A lot of people have trouble finding these leads. If you're looking for leads in Infinite Archive, I highly recommend trying to kill all of the GW pilferers, those little imps that pop up during boss fights, and also doing all the side bosses, the portals to the unknown. You have a higher chance of getting leads in those places. So if you're not getting them and you're not getting them quickly, definitely try to do those. All right, our second plan is Pattern Induril Tapestry Vivek. This is a Vardenfell pattern ranging from 25 to 33K on PCNA. It's 18K on PCEU. There's 3 separate listings. All of them are 18K. But for 2,000 archival fortunes, again, I don't think this is a bad way to get it. Our third plan is Pattern Redguard Pillow Lattice Flames, 26 to 42K on PCNA, 18 to 35K on PCEU. This is a base game pattern. All of these Redguard pillows are very nice to have. Next, we have 6 House Taylor Bell. This is one of 7 pieces of the 6 House robe costume. These pieces drop out of Forgotten Wastes in Vardenfell. The first one each day should be relatively easy to get, and they only run about 600 to 800K on traders on PCNA. I would not spend 3,000 archival fortunes for these. They are way too cheap on traders and way too easy to get if you just wanted to go farm them. Honestly, if you want them, I would just grab them from guild traders at this point. Next, we have Archival Riddles. Consume 20 Archival Riddles to unlock the Archival Veteran Achievement and the Veteran of the Infinite Body Art. This is the Veteran of the Infinite Body Art. At 3,000 Archival Fortunes apiece, when you need 20 of them, I just don't think this is a good deal. You will guaranteed get them, 1 a day in a particular order, some sort of collectible fragment, every time you complete the daily in Infinite Archive. If you have enough archival fortunes to buy all of these, you've probably run a bunch of dailies anyway, so I would just get them by running the dailies. Okay, our scripts, we have Bound Affix Script Protection, adds protection, a buff reducing damage taken. Bound Focus Script Disease Damage, which self-explanatory. And Bound Signature Script Assassin's Misery, adds improved use of status effects. And finally, we have Fragment of the Black Maw. This is one of 5 pieces of the Silver Bolt's Vibrant Yellow skill style and drops from the Shadowfin Delve Black Maw. Remember, this is a guaranteed drop. 1,000 Archival Fortunes isn't expensive, but you can also just go to the Delve, kill the boss once, and you're guaranteed to get it. So, up to you. All right, nothing super, super great this week. Some good patterns. The mask is fantastic, actually. I take that back. The mask is our highlight of the day. Let's see what gear is dropping in Infinite Archive. We'll be back in a second to fill you in. We just finished some Infinite Archive, and this week we have gear dropping from Alakir Desert. That includes Order of Diagna, Robes of the Withered Hand, and Sword Singer. And from Murkmire, which includes Bright Throat's Boast, Champion of the Hist, and Deadwater's Guile. That's going to do it for this week. We'll see you in the next one.